Williams. Now, we're going back to the phone lines. And there are many people out there who come up with new and innovative ideas in starting up a new business. But is your business idea unique enough? Will it create employment? And does it have that X factor that could lead to a successful business? Maybe you've already started the process of starting your very own business. If you tick all of the boxes, you should try and make your way to one of two meetings that are taking place in Mayo, one tonight and one next Thursday, where the Galway Mayo Institute of Technology have teamed up with Enterprise Ireland to launch their latest New Frontiers business startup programme. So I'm delighted to welcome onto the programme now Maria Staunton, the Centre Manager of the Innovation Hub at GMIT, and the New Frontiers programme, of course, as we said, is being backed by there, and Barbara Heenahan of TweetEye, who is a participant on this particular programme. So first of all, Maria, I'll start with you. Good morning to you. How are things?
How are things?
Very good. And you're busy, I'd say very busy down there at the Innovation Hub. And this is another one of those programmes that you're hoping people will get involved in if they have, as we said, those ideas, those business ideas that hopefully will be successful for them.
Yeah, I suppose what we find this time of year is we try and push the message out, because what I find is in a couple of months' time, people come to us and it might be like the programme has started and they may have missed that opportunity. Excuse me, it's a fantastic opportunity. It's funded by Enterprise Ireland. It's called the New Frontiers programme, and it's run nationally, and GMIT run it here in the region. So what we do is we try and, as I said, push the message out come the start of the year, and we have an open evening this evening. So that's why I just said we come on and we just chat about it to you and tell people a little bit about it, perhaps.
So what are the main points for those people out there who may have these ideas maybe underway in starting the process of creating a new business? What is the New Frontiers programme about?
Yeah, the New Frontiers programme is so anybody who has an idea at all, can come along this evening anyway, just chat about it, and the programme manager will be there. So we have there's three different phases on it. There's a phase 1, a phase 2 and a phase 3. So phase 1 is very much, it's part-time, it's in the evenings or weekends, it's one day a week, or one evening a week I should say, where you can come in and you can just attend a training module for a couple of weeks. And that part of the programme just focuses on the person themselves, where they're going with this, their own product, the market opportunity, the business model itself, and the feasibility of the whole, the business. And at the end of that, at the end of the couple of weeks, the person themselves might decide, look, this programme is not for me. I can't, I'm not looking to build that kind of business, and there's nothing wrong with that. They might be focusing on a different type of business. And that there's nothing wrong with that at all. They just decide to finish it there. And some may decide to apply. And then there's an application process, and there's a phase 2. And the phase 2 is full-time. So the person then has to come onto the programme full-time. They can be working in the sense of, working in the business, but they can't be doing another job, because they get you get €15,000 over the 6 months. So it's a salary type, it's a stipend. So you're receiving that €15,000 to allow you the time to go and work on your business full time. You get office space here in the centre. You get a desk, and you get the full participation in the programme. You attend maybe once every week or so, and it's between Galway and Mayo. But the Mayo participants would attend here. They'd have to go to Galway every so often, and it's a big network. There'll be about 12 to 15 entrepreneurs in the region that get on this programme. And then there's a phase 3, which is the next part. There's maybe 3 months, and it's about scaling and growing and looking at investment. So that's at the end of the programme. The main parts are for people listening in today are phase 1 or phase 2. And if they come along this evening, Tony O'Kelly, who's the programme manager, will talk about those different areas and what they entail for people.
Absolutely, Maria. Well, we might bring Barbara in at this point, Maria, if you don't mind, and just stay on the line there. Barbara Heenahan from TweetEye, a participant on the New Frontiers programme. Barbara, good morning to you.
Good morning, Angelina.
Barbara, New Frontiers programme, Maria has outlined very well there what it's about, but practically, how did it help you?
Well, my partner Chris and I both participated on the New Frontiers programme, and we both found it an absolutely exceptional programme. I came from a micro business background, so my thinking was very small and doing everything on small scale. The programme completely changed my attitude and allowed us to think big, think global, and scale our business and de-risk the business so that we were sure of the model that we're rolling out.
So what exactly is your business then, Barbara?
Our business is a digital marketing tool called TweetEye, and it attracts buyers to online sellers. So we're looking at online sellers on platforms such as Etsy, eBay, Amazon, Airbnb, Fiverr, and it's compatible with about 80% of websites. So we're looking to connect those sellers to buyers on platforms such as Twitter, Tumblr, Pinterest, Facebook, Instagram, and the tool basically automates the marketing and also uses market intelligence to find your market online as well. So it saves the user's time, it's easy to use, and it's is affordable way of marketing rather than pay-per-click campaigns.
I would imagine a programme like this, from what Maria's outlined and even from what you're saying there, Barbara, it gives you the support that you need when you're starting something up, because even, you know, the first, second, third phases, they allow you to get more and more involved with your business and give it the time that it needs in its very early stages, in its infancy. And that's all important, I'd imagine.
Absolutely, yeah. We had been, my partner had been working on this business for about 2 years, part-time, whilst working full-time elsewhere. So it allowed him to stop and both of us to focus fully on the business. I mean, the lectures were so informative, excellent standard of lectures that came in. The mentors, I mean, we had access to industry, you know, top industry executives and that to guide us along. People like Brian Reynolds, retired Microsoft executives, the enthusiasm from Tony Kelly and Maria Staunton, the supports, and even we had access to people like Anne Walsh in Allergy Lifestyle. The previous participants, through the Innovation Hub, were also able to help us and guide us. Recently, in January, we pitched through the CSF funding. Enterprise Ireland offer a fund where they buy a percentage of your business to invest money in your business and help you grow. We were successful, but we were absolutely shocked at the level of support and people. You know, we had a session with Catherine Moonan, who's the Dragon's Den pitch coach. The level of people that were brought out to help us prepare and get us over the line and help us pitch for that funding. And we're delighted to have received that funding and been successful, that we're now on phase 3 of the New Frontiers programme and working towards finalising our business plan for venture capital investment.
Yeah, which is fantastic, Maria. It's when you hear and witness the stories like that, when you see it coming to fruition, I'm sure it makes it very worthwhile. If people are tuned in this morning, though, there are limited places on this programme.
There are limited places, Angelina. Yes. Well, phase 1, the part-time phase, it's open, and it's, you know, it's open to a lot of people, so people can come along anyway, and even if they decide it's not for them, you know, there's nothing lost. Phase 2 is very competitive then, you know, there's only a certain amount of places, so phase 1 is kind of more open, and phase 2 then is much tighter. Like in Mayo, usually we get about 5 places, and in phase 1 we could get anywhere from 25 to 30 places, so people to come along to explore, they won't lose anything anyway. We've had people who have done phase 1 who perhaps haven't went on to phase 2 this time, but have went on to phase 2 the following year. So they may have had time to go away to think about what they need to do, or they may have had to think about, if they're working, you know, how do I move away from this and focus on it full time. So, you know, you can even come along, do a little bit of that. It's not going to affect if you're working full time, and then you can look at it next year. You're not going to lose anything by doing that. Just to mention there as well with Barbara and the CSF, you know, just to congratulate her, because the Competitive Start Fund is the very name itself, Competitive Start Fund. It's very hard to get. We've had people here who have pitched for that, who haven't gotten it, and people who have got it, but to congratulate them, because it's not easy to go in and get that kind of investment. So a lot of hard work was done on their own behalf as well.
Absolutely. Barbara, just before I get the final details of the meeting, to reiterate them from Maria, why would you encourage people who have an idea to go along and, even, as Maria said, find out what it's all about tonight?
I really would encourage anyone who has any idea of or ever an intention of developing an idea to go along. There's absolutely nothing to lose with phase 1, and it really opens your mind.
And Maria, just to reiterate the details of the meeting, tonight at 6:15 in the iHub in Castlebar.
Yes, Tonight at 6:15 in the iHub in Castlebar, and if people can't attend tonight, just to email us, we can send applications anyway to them. And then next week we have as well in Ballina on Thursday evening. I think it's 7 o'clock. We have advertisements in the paper and stuff. I just don't have the time to hand here. We'll have it in the paper, so if people look out for that, or email us and I'll send on the details if people can't make this evening.
Brilliant. Okay, well, Maria, it's a great programme. I think very worthy of people going along and even, as you said, finding out what it's about. And Barbara, the very best of luck with your future endeavours with Tweety. Thank you both very much for joining us this morning. Take care. That's Maria Staunton from the iHub at GMIT and Barbara Heenahan of Tweety, a participant on the New Frontiers programme. So that meeting tonight in the iHub in Castlebar is at 6:15. And as Maria said, the more the merrier to go along tonight and get a flavour of what it's all about.